Welcome to Wasted Local Talent.
What's up, everybody? I'm Daniel.
I'm still Josiah.
Today we're wasting our talent with...
My name's Danny Strakal.
And so you've been on the podcast before under...
Spirit Walk Paranormal.
Mm-hmm. And you're getting ready to do a rebranding with your...
Art House Media. Yeah.
I'm just going to do that every time that I'm just going to stop and then have you finish my sentence.
Okay. I'm cool with that. We just have to make direct eye contact.
Direct eye contact, stare into each other's eyes the whole time.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel you.
You don't have to finish my sentences because I make my own choices.
Well, I can't make direct eye contact with you.
That's okay.
Maybe if I can give you some side eye.
See, that's more sexual, though.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, it's just
this is more like intense, like, you know.
Well, this is like I'm at the bar and I'm looking over and I'm like, hey, Sean.
I'm the worst at signals at the bar, so I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna strike out.
You got to get your blinker fixed.
I mean,
That was a car joke right over his head.
And you used to work on cars, Josiah.
in cars, on cars, around cars.
So typically about 45 minutes into the episode, that's when we get derailed. We just started.
And it's already derailed.
It's already derailed.
Already derailed.
So tell us about Art House Media's rebrand and what you're going to be doing with that.
All right, cool. So Art House Media WV is and was and will be. It is my photo and video media business venture that I started a few years ago when I did all the paranormal investigating stuff. So if it wasn't for hunting ghosts and diving into that realm, Art House would have never started. And so I find clients or clients find me, and we do for photography, we do photo sessions either at different locations. Businesses can hire me for I'm having a brain fart. No. Businesses can hire me for product photography or model product photography. Clients who want like senior portraits or family photos or anything like that, I can get hired for that. And then on the video aspect, it's music videos, business advertisements, and then everything in between. You people who are listening, you people, how bad does that sound? You guys who are listening can't see right now, but we're actually rolling 2 cameras right now so that I can have some vlog footage.
I'm glad you cleared that up because you said rolling, and I didn't want people to think we're just like...
No, we're not tripping. Literal rolling film.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you're curious to see if Daniel is wearing clothes or not during podcasts, where can we find that?
Yeah.
You guys can check out my new YouTube channel, which is just my name, Danny Strakal. You search it up. And for those who don't know how to spell that, that's Strakal, or just read this title because I just remembered you were going to put that in there.
I do that shit all the time.
So
you spell it this way. It's like, it's in the fucking title, Daniel. Jesus.
Well, just to reiterate, if people are driving and, they want to steer away from their phones, steer away from the road and look at their phones.
Don't literally steer away.
Don't steer away.
While driving.
Don't let Jesus take the wheel either because that's a bad time.
Oh, I mean... For some people, you need Jesus.
Some people do need Jesus.
It's true.
But
Can confirm.
So if Daniel's wearing clothes or not, you can find that on Danny Strakal's YouTube channel.
Yes. You can find that. That's going to be out in the newest vlog coming up. I'm not sure of the title for that, but I'll make sure that Daniel's in the thumbnail so you can see he is fully dressed at the moment.
So your vlogs, let's talk about that for a little bit.
Cool.
So how long have you been doing the vlogs on your new YouTube channel? God, we're just bad today. Sorry.
No, you need to stay hydrated with your Deer Park water. I started my channel January of this year. I actually signed up for the new channel last year, and me and my brother, we had this bet, and it never went through. But to sum up the bet, it was, whoever has the most subscribers by the end of the year, like we bet like $50. He never made a video, I never made a video, and nothing came of it. But this year, January came around, and I just said that I want to start a YouTube channel that's not Spirit Walk Paranormal, and just do it for myself, just so I can have some more frequent content, because there's a lot of things that I do and I experience that It's better than just writing it down in a journal or no offense to podcasts because I'm on your guys' podcast, but I could talk about it, but I'd rather just be more visual with it. It's in my line of work, and I feel like telling a story about my daily life or like things that I go and do, whether it be working on a short film or behind the scenes stuff or just showing people how to do B-roll or whatever, that you can do it on a budget and you don't need to look at bigger YouTubers to name drop like Peter McKinnon and Chris Howe, Casey Neistat. You guys don't need all this crazy equipment, and you can just do it on a budget for less than, if you have to, less than $500. So, I mean, that's the goal of, that's the goal of the vlogs, is just show my life off a little bit, not like bragging or anything, but just, showing people the way to do things that it's not going to break the bank.
I don't think I would even label that close to bragging, because it's something that you're passionate about, obviously, and you're showing people and guiding them on how to do it themselves. It's not like, if you want to know more, hire me. It's like you're giving away information.
Yeah.
From
no,
your
that's like
experiences.
100% agreeable. And like for one, I never thought that I was going to be into video editing. I never thought that it was going to be like my passion. When I was in my mid to late teens, music, that was always a thing. I always thought, being in a band was going to be like the thing. I thought it was going to be, we're going to go touring, we're going to have merch, we're going to do all this stuff, we're going to get big. And then, that just kind of ended out of nowhere. And then I was lost for a while. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was in school for fine arts, oil painting, and, college was a waste, where are you going to get a job oil painting? I mean, yeah, it's fun to do for yourself, but falling into this, I used to have like a little Sony CyberShot when I was a kid, like 12, 13 years old. And, everyone remembers doing like the MySpace angles and all that. And photo and video just kind of, came back. I was, I say a lot. I was a teacher's aide in high school for digital photography. I did digital photography and digital work in college, and that helped with promoting shows and doing events, and that got me kind of away from bands and just focusing on graphic work and stuff like that. And then now it's just video, and I'm back to like my 12, 13-year-old self, and I'm sorry that the Dirty 30 doesn't feel like Dirty 30. I just feel like a 17-year-old in an aging body.
I get that. I threw out my back last weekend and had to go to the ER.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but how old do you feel up here?
Like 12.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I have the personality and the humor of like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Not to like make anyone uncomfortable, but farts are funny, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Speaking of which,
who doesn't?
somebody's been doing it, and I'm going to find
It's not me.
No.
It's this candle. Hold on.
It's the
Yankee
candle.
candle.
Does the
We
candle,
talked about that last week, didn't we?
candle smell like farts?
It might.
Golden chestnuts.
So it's just nuts that have been around a butthole for a long time.
It's roasted.
Yeah.
Roasted nuts. I feel like I'm roasted right now. I'm completely sober, by the way.
Yeah, last time you were on the Mick Ultras.
Yeah.
You brought like a backpack full of them.
Dude, you can't go wrong with Michelob Ultra, though.
Yeah. So are you like sober?
Like,
Or like in general, like are you
no.
straight edge?
No, I'm not
No,
straight
okay.
edge. No.
Didn't know.
No, beers are cool. Yeah, beers are cool. I haven't smoked weed in a really long time, and to whoever's listening, weed is totally perfectly fine. It should be legal in our state. No, I don't smoke anymore. Just too many anxiety, panic attacks on that stuff. So, yeah, weed should be legal for people who need it, and that's my stance on it.
It's fair.
But yeah, aside from all that stuff, the vlogs, dude.
Yeah, let's talk about those. So, like, what do you? Obviously, you cover your like day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
that you do. So, like, what do you try to focus on whenever you're trying to come up with content for it? Like, is it just your video? Like, whenever you're like you said behind the scenes, like if you're doing like the short film that you said that you were doing, do you do behind the scenes stuff?
I try to. I try to. It's really hard. A lot of the times when I'm doing stuff by myself, shooting B-roll I can shoot B-roll all day by myself.
So
Shooting B-roll of myself is a little bit harder.
So B-roll, for people who don't know what B-roll is,
Okay,
like me.
So
It's like a Swiss roll.
Yeah.
Stuffed with bees.
Yeah, stuff with bees.
Yeah.
So B-roll in the photo, well, in the video world is anything that's not A-roll. A-roll is like our main content. So like whenever someone's speaking or if you're watching movies, the B-roll is like those scenes. The best way to describe it, Friends, if people who watch Friends or anything like that, where they're shooting the scene, everyone's talking, and then the B-roll would be a shot of the apartment building, and then or a shot of like New York City. It's the filler.
Okay.
That's the easiest way to say it. It's the filler content. And shooting B-roll of myself is a little difficult. I would love to have, a camera operator or someone to help me do these vlogs all the time.
Zach. Sorry.
Or a series of mirrors.
Zach Richardson. I swear to God, buddy.
He has a legit reason this time. I don't know if you heard about what happened.
We can discuss this
later.
Yeah, we can discuss this later. We can cut this out.
Yeah.
Zach, I'm sorry. I love you, though. I wish you were here. You're my bubby. I wish I had a cameraman or camera lady or someone to just help me film. My wife's very busy. She works night shift. She's a nurse. And it's just, I throw my camera up on my tripod and then I film myself. Like, I put out a vlog recently titled "I Shot B-roll of Myself Alone," and basically, everything was how it is like right now. Camera's on a tripod. There's different scenes of like me walking, and there's like camera motion, but I had to keyframe that in. And when I say keyframe, for those listening, that means I'm just adding different motion or adding like some sort of an effect, whether it be speeding it up and slowing it down, adding some blur. Those are all terms. Like keyframe, it's just like I'm adding stuff in. I'm just putting a pinpoint and I'm moving stuff up and down, and so it seems like someone else is there with me, like someone's panning left or right with the camera, and it's really difficult because I have to. In my latest one, I have a scene where I'm walking down a set of stairs. And so there's one of me like walking down this hallway. And then I had to pick up the camera after walking out the door and then like move it out the door, showing me like coming out the door. Then I had to run down to the one flight. Then I had to run back up the flight to catch me walking. And then repeating that. And like 10 seconds maybe that people see takes anywhere from like 2 to 5 minutes depending on like the distance or like whatever I'm trying to do. Like people I don't think they appreciate it because their mind isn't thinking in like a videographer filmmaker way. They're just seeing stuff. But for those who do filmmaking and stuff like that, they'll be like, oh, I see what you did there. I see how you did that. And that's why I appreciate all these other YouTubers doing stuff like I'm doing.
Yeah.
You should have you ever seen those drones that like mountain bikers will get, and they'll have, I don't know if it's like a homing device or whatever it is, but
it's an active track and I have one.
There you go. But it will follow you wherever you, so there you go. You don't even need a cameraman.
Okay. Here's the only issue with that.
Okay.
Battery life.
Oof.
Yeah.
And if I can't have, I could fly it in a place, but it's very dangerous to like crash it. I mean, it's crashed.
That could be interesting footage, though.
It's crashed a couple times before, and I've done it to myself to where I've crashed it a couple times before. Man. But yeah, the drones get expensive. The one that I have, it's like a beginner drone, but it shoots really well. It was on sale, $350. Shoots 1080. Once I color grade it and make everything look good. Drone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like what you were saying before with, if you're a videographer and you can understand like what goes behind that, and it's the same with like podcasts or music with me because I work with it. And whenever I listen, like it's hard for me to listen to somebody's podcast that is just not good quality, or
audio.
And
Dude,
And
audio is king. You could have the worst video ever. Like, you could have terrible quality video. If your audio is on point, people will still watch it.
Yeah.
If you could have the greatest video, like 8K shot on like the best Red, it's a brand of camera, like best cinema camera. But if your audio sucks, no one's going to watch it.
Yeah. I was like the other day, I like to watch documentaries whenever I'm just like laying in bed.
Same.
I turned on this documentary and the music came on and I was like, oh, I got to turn my TV down. So it was so loud. And they started talking and you couldn't hear them over the music. And that is I can't do it.
What were you watching?
It was, I think it was on either Hulu or it might have been Amazon, but I'm really big into like war documentaries.
Oh, dude, same.
Yeah, and it was a war documentary, and it looked really interesting. But I couldn't, like, the music, the background noise was just too loud, and it just overbearing to the voices.
Yeah.
So
That's another thing too. Audio levels. You work with audio all the time. You can't have like blasting music where you're clipping and then have that. Dude, that's what thing. Podcasts where people can have like really good content, and I'd want to listen to it more if they had more legit equipment. There was this one podcast, it was like Hillbilly Horror Stories, and they, like, I still don't think they have great audio. I'm not sure, I haven't listened to them in a while. But it sounded like that they were just hitting like record off of their computer using their computer mic or whatever.
oh yeah,
And it was terrible.
we had an issue with that at PopCon. Remember your interview where you had to do it again and the microphone still wasn't plugged in?
Oh no.
And it was recording through the computer.
It was bad. 'Cause for whatever reason, the microphone did not work the first time.
Because I had unplugged the interface and the microphone, so we were tearing down and we were doing like those short, like little interviews and then just releasing like an episode with like a bunch of 10-minute interviews.
Yeah, with
from
the
PopCon.
vendors.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like 10 minutes later, I get a tap on the shoulder and they're like, hey man, you're not recording this at all. You're only recording with one mic. I said, okay, Daniel, fix it. So Daniel fixed it.
Yeah,
Air
but
quote,
I forgot
fixed
that
it.
I plugged it. I was like trying to tear down and I was moving around and I'd plugged in the interface, but one of the microphones was unplugged too. So yeah. So
I
the
pulled
end
off-
of the episode was just like great quality and then just one good microphone and then somebody just like speaking into the computer mic. It was not good.
That's the
I pulled
worst.
off two fantastic interviews
You
and
did.
Daniel ruined both of them.
But
Shout out to Cartridges Galore.
Yeah.
They were good. They were good. It just audio.
yeah, we'll
was
get
not great.
we'll get them in here sometime for an actual
Agreed.
interview. Make up for it.
You
I'll make
should.
sure everything's plugged in.
Cartridges is lit.
Yeah.
I'm all about that place.
So your videos.
My vids.
Yeah.
Just make vids.
Just make vids.
Just make vids. For anyone out there who is listening, I'm gonna get like a little personal with you. It's okay to be, frightened or nervous about going out and creating in public because it is scary. Especially like when you have like a vlog rig and you're just in the middle of the public where it's not. I feel like when you're out in like the West Coast or whatever, or I feel like it's just more socially acceptable to be walking around with like a camera rig, like talking to yourself. There's only a few of us here in town, like Morgantown, Fairmont area, that I know specifically who are like vlogging. And it's terrifying because I don't know if people are going to like my content. I just do it because it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And I hope that I'm bringing some sort of like educational thing to like educational value to the public with no matter what it is. I did a like what's in my camera bag. I just kind of talked like I touched base on things, but if I need to go more in depth, people can like get a hold of me. They can like comment or message me. I love talking. I'm like a gear nerd, far more than I ever got with guitar, which I'm still like a guitar nerd, but video and photo, I have just balls to the wall. Whenever I watch a movie, I'm just like, I think
nitpicking.
I think I know. I think I know what camera that was shot with.
Yeah.
My wife would be like, shut the fuck up.
That's another, like, whenever I'm listening to things especially podcasts now. Like whenever I'm listening to a podcast that's not associated with 13 Palm Trees, I'm always like listening for things, and I'm like, and there's the Adventure Zone, and they do it a lot. I don't know if he doesn't know how to crossfade, and they're huge, but like I'll be listening to it and like you can tell where he cuts because he'll like, but it'll cut off like halfway and then he'll start the sentence, and I'm like, it happens a lot, and it ruins a lot of times. It ruins like the content, because I'm listening for those things and I'm hearing it, and then it just ruins it for me. So
like the same with like music production, and I know that like we're kind of like trailing off topic here and there, but with like music production too, some people don't want their inhales on the track, and that's totally fine. Like I get it, but I can tell when it was cut or like if it was poorly produced. Like I can just I nitpick things too much. Yeah. This is what I get for being a perfectionist. And that's another thing too. Oh my God! With videos, do not nitpick too much. Just put it out. Don't think about if you can't reshoot it, if you can't take that moment back. Use what you got. That's another thing too. Like don't be scared to film yourself in public. Don't be afraid to use like a bunk shot, because if that's all you got, you can't recreate that moment. It's not like a script or anything. If you go out and you do daily vlogs and you got some shaky footage, think about maybe just cutting that piece out or just use it anyways. Like, it doesn't matter. You can vlog with your cell phone, dude. Like anybody can do this.
Camera quality now on cell phones is ridiculous.
Okay, so I mentioned this in a vlog. I don't have like the newest, latest and greatest tech. I'm pumped for my camcorder, which is the Sony AX53. Shoots in 4K. It's delicious, and the stabilization is built into it, so it's always clean. It's always smooth. DSLR cameras. You don't need a DSLR. You can literally buy a microphone that plugs into your iPhone, and couple of my vlogs have been shot, like B-roll sequences have been shot on my iPhone, and some A-roll has been shot on my iPhone just because I didn't want to break out my camera gear or whatever. And yeah, you don't need, like I said, you don't need the latest and greatest stuff to just go out and make content. I really wish there would be more, because I know that people want to do it. Like I talk to people and they're just like, oh, I want to start a vlog. I want to start a YouTube channel. Well, then stop saying that you want to and just go do it. Like the time is now. Like we're living in the digital age. Just go do it. Just make vids or podcasts or music or whatever, because you have the means to do it at your house. You don't need crazy stuff to do it. And I know that I'm getting like in your face, like not literally in your face, but whoever's listening, if you want to be a content creator, go do it, because the only way that you're going to fill that satisfaction gap is just to make vids or make whatever.
Yeah, I was fact checking myself to make sure this, but the Lady Gaga video, the newest one.
I haven't watched it, but what's up?
It was all shot on the iPhone 11 Pro.
That is true.
Yeah.
Like,
so I just Googled it just to make sure, but yeah.
There's a lot of newer music videos that will say that right on the music video. They're like, this was shot on the iPhone 11.
Yeah. Which if you know, I'm not good with like visualizing and then filming. Like I'm just not good at it. Like I would, like even whenever I try to take like promo pictures for the band, like just myself, just to have something. Like I'm just not good at like angles and like how to do it and like lighting and stuff like that. I'm just not
Maybe
good.
you just aren't very photogenic.
Well,
no,
it's not that. Like
no.
I mean, I know I'm not photogenic, but I'm just I'm very good at the MySpace angles. You can check out my Facebook. I just posted one today.
Ooh.
But yeah, but whenever it comes to like visualizing and like I'll like with After Atlas's music video.
Yeah. That was shot so well, by the way.
Yeah, it was
like the editing too. I remember watching your guys' like video watch party live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was shot very well. The editing was immaculate. So that was Aaron
Griffin.
Aaron Griffin. Yeah, dude. Aaron Griffin. I'm jealous of you just a little bit in your Sony A7, whatever.
Dude, he was great to work with. Like we had 5 or 6 meetings beforehand, like with Ignite and with Aaron and like the band and everything. And like I had written out like kind of like the sequences and like how I kind of wanted it shot, but I had no clue like how to do it or like, you know, how it would look. And Aaron's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it."
Yeah, dude.
So that's why you guys are awesome, because you can take somebody else's vision and make it happen.
Yeah, dude.
So
I've worked on a couple of music videos.
plug them. Who'd you do?
Well, if you guys want to check out some of my work from last year, haven't done a music video this year, but would really like to shoot one. I'm actually in the works of talking with a couple of people about doing stuff. But for previous works, you can go check out this chick. She is awesome. Her name is Delaney Noel, and she did a cover of Tennessee Whiskey, and we shot that music video at a friend's barn. And the vision for it was like they just wanted it to be this like westerny kind of vibe. Some B-roll of, you know, them getting hammered on some Tennessee whiskey, even though it was just tea. Sorry to break it to you guys.
It was Tennessee whiskey.
But that video, within like the first like 2-3 weeks, it shot up to like 30-some thousand views.
Damn.
Yeah. It was.
Now, is she local?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. She Ethan from Tell No Tales.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plug Tell No Tales. Go check those dudes out. Ethan, their vocalist, it's his sister. And she got pipes.
I need to check that out then.
Yeah, we can take a peek after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh. But Delaney Noel shot 2 videos for her. She did another cover of Stone Cold by, I think it's Demi Lovato. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But Stone Cold, we shot that video. It got quite a few thousand views on it too. And then I've shot stuff for like Tell No Tales. And this year, I really want to bump up the cinematography and do more, instead of just like live, what seems like live band performances in one set location. I want to, go a bit further and do like stories, kind of how after Atlas, you guys had like a storyboard and like different scenes and sequences. And I want to get past like the live performance part and get more storyboard kind of style stuff up there. So if anyone does have any inquiries or anything about booking music videos or business advertisements, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to help with that.
So there is a band that I know that is coming out with a single at some point, as soon as their producer gets fucking done with it, that want to shoot another cinematography music video. So
I think he's talking about himself.
yeah, I'm talking about myself.
You're talking about you.
Yeah.
I was like, you're giving me the eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the original idea for the music video, we priced it and it would cost like $12,000,
Jesus.
but we can't do that because it would require us flying across country and filming a lot of stuff like back and forth.
Where the hell were you planning on going?
We just needed airplane shots and things like that.
He's
like
got a drone.
Being like inside of an airplane and actually driving across country at like different locations, but not going to happen.
We can make something happen.
We can
think we should
figure
try
this out.
We should talk after this.
Okay.
Let's talk about you now, and we'll talk about me after, whenever we're not recording, because nobody wants to listen to my life.
You guys hear this out there? This is how businesses work. You go do cool things with cool people, and then that's how you get your name out there.
Yes. I wouldn't call me cool people. Josiah's cool, but
Josiah, you are cool. You just look so calm and collected over there.
I'm just vibing with this chestnut candle.
Yeah, dude. This smelly ball sack chestnut candle.
So, speaking of smelly ball sacks,
Yeah.
YouTube just recently changed their terms and conditions of
Yeah.
being, would it be partnered is the correct term?
So yeah, there's
How's that affect you?
Okay, so I don't make money off of YouTube yet.
Okay.
So if you're listening to this, go subscribe to my channel right now.
Like and subscribe.
Watch all my videos past the 8-minute mark, because that's what
Yeah.
everyone's looking for.
that's why most videos are at least 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All my videos are over the 8-minute mark. So yeah, go subscribe to my channel right now. You can pause this and then come back, because there's more cool stuff.
We'll still be here.
We'll wait. But anyways, yeah, AdSense and all that. I don't make money off of YouTube yet. That's the goal. I would like to see my channel progress to the point to where I can start running ads. and I'm sorry to my future self for saying that, because that's how you're going to make your money. But I don't make money on it yet, and so it doesn't really affect me. There's other terms and conditions too that have just come out about like age, and like there's this one option every time I post a video. It's just like, is this video made for a child? And when you think of that in mind, like my content isn't really made for like little kids, like, and that's what they're saying. So if you're listening and you're posting videos, no, like I always check no, because like my videos aren't really made for kids, but I don't leave an age restriction because I don't curse in my videos and in my vlogs or whatever. If I do, I either chop out the audio, I reverse that quick little curse word, and I just kind of let it play. But yeah, the terms and conditions haven't really affected me yet, and I hope they never do, because I see so many people making a career off of YouTube, and my wife is just like, you could do this. I could never do it, but you could do it. You're always out there making friends. Like this past weekend, I met a photographer. He was shooting a show for Forever Strong. I saw some of his video work. Dude's pretty good. So he was in my last vlog, gave him a plug. The weekend before that, I was at another show, ran into a dude. His name is Zane Crosby. Zane, if you're listening to this, go. I'm proud of you, dude. You're doing cool stuff. Go check out his YouTube channel, Crosby's Compass. He's got some cool content, flying some drones and getting into photography. So just going out and meeting new people, man. Sorry, this got way far off track from the AdSense thing, but I just like talking about cool people, man. Like people inspire me. I hope I inspire other people to like go do this stuff. And yeah, AdSense.
So speaking of people, there's going to be people in your YouTube videos because, as you said, you're going to be walking around with your camera and stuff like that. The first thing that pops in my head is there any point where you have to go up to a person and be like, hey, I'm going to put this on YouTube. Do you will you allow that?
Like
ask someone's permission. Like,
random people in the background, or just like...
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to think, because I watch people vlog all the time, and sometimes they interact with people, and it's just, I don't know, whether it's a person at Starbucks or whatever the case may be. Do you ever, like, just, I'm trying to get behind
most
the video.
Yeah, I know that, like, you know, shows and things like say they're shooting like a scene in
like in
New York,
Practical Jokers or something like that.
Practical Jokers, if they're going to be like on and part of the show, they have to sign a consent form.
Yeah.
But if you're shooting like a scene in a movie, because I was in an episode of 30 Rock, like way in the background. I was in New York City when they're shooting in Times Square.
That's really cool.
But they're...
Do you get paid for that?
No. But they obviously can't go out to the thousands of people that are there.
Yeah.
You know,
I wasn't thinking like... Oh, you're walking through Morgantown and there's just someone passing by. But if you like interact with someone or whatever, like
you'd probably just record verbal permission.
Yes.
That way you have
So
it.
yeah, like a lot of the times, like if I walk into like a coffee shop or whatever, and sometimes I don't even use the footage. Like a lot of the times, I just like cut things that I'm just like, oh well, this doesn't flow.
yeah.
But so I'm working on a documentary right now, and we went to Blue Moose Cafe, me and my camera guy, Nick. He also has a YouTube channel. I'll plug that later. Nick and I were at Blue Moose. I went up to the counter, and I just wanted, my iced vanilla latte, set the camera up on the counter, and just kind of like, I didn't point it at the guy. I just kind of like set it off to the side to where it was like pointing to where you could see my hands and like interchanging of like cash card or, the coffee exchange or whatever. Mm-hmm. A lot of the times when I roll up to people, they're either genuinely happy to just like make it into some sort of vlog or whatever. Mm-hmm. I've never really encountered anybody who's just been like, please don't put this on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, unless they're like girls who don't have makeup on, like they're just like, please don't put this in the vlog. I'm like, okay, yeah.
But you look great.
I was like, yeah, you look great.
Because you were talking about fears of going out in public. I mean, public speaking is one of the biggest fears that people have, and that's basically what you're doing. I mean, you're talking to a camera, but at the same time, you might be like interacting with people, and that kind of activates your fight or flight sense. And it's really nerve wracking. So that's one of the things that I first thought is, am I going to have to like go back through the street and be like, hey, I just recorded you. Can I like have your permission? So that was a fear but if it's not a big deal, then that kind of can relieve some people that are kind of nervous about that aspect of it.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes if like when I first started doing this, and I'm not saying like this year, I'm talking about like a while ago, like a couple years ago, like when I got my camera, I'd always just be like, is it okay if I put you on the camera? Is that okay? Or like
his voice used to sound just like that.
Yeah. That's
Before
past
his balls dropped.
That's past tense, Danny. Yeah, that was 12-year-old Danny. But yeah,
but you're more comfortable now.
Yeah, no.
So
yeah,
after you got the first couple out of the way,
and like I'll still text people, and like I should have just let you know. I didn't I just kind of showed up here and I was like, hey, I'm going to film a B-roll sequence. And you're like, yeah, cool. Yeah, whatever. But normally I'll text my friends or whatever when I'm about to show up to their spot and be like, hey, I'm obviously bringing my camera. I'm just going to film like a little sequence or whatever. And they're just like, yeah, cool, whatever. They're just like, nah, just don't film my house. It's a wreck. I'm like, shut up. It's going to be okay. But yeah, like walking and talking in public, that's the most nerve-wracking thing. It's just like walking and talking in public. I try to avoid very large crowded areas.
I do too, and I don't even have a camera.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to be more extrovert, if you want to call it. I'm an extrovert, introvert, like in between. I'm like caught in the mix.
Yeah, that makes sense though, because if you're going to you're basically, a vlog is putting your life out there. You got to feel comfortable, I don't know, looking stupid on camera, possibly crying on camera, like all these different things that, depending on how much you want to put out there.
I'm never going to cry on the internet.
Well,
because I'm not a bitch.
I'm just saying, some people do. And
challenge accepted.
Yeah,
we're going to do this.
We're going to make you cry.
I'm going to film you through your window.
No, but...
so I know you have a crying session every night, because I do.
Yeah, dude.
All Daniels do.
Dude. Thankfully, my legal name's Danny.
Shut the fuck up. Damn it.
There you go.
Dan.
Dan.
Now, do you have... you've mentioned your wife a few times. I look at vloggers such as, I don't know, the Paul brothers, who have done some really stupid stuff and then put it on the internet. Is your wife your backstop or your cameraman or whatever, where you're like, hey, let's do this, and then someone's like, Dan, man, no. So do you have like a, not a filter, but do you have someone? Because I mean, you can get excited going out there and like doing stuff. Do you have like a backstop?
So I have this like general rule, and this even goes to like Facebook statuses or whatever. I keep my personal opinions to myself a lot of the times. With the culture that we're living in nowadays, it's like the PC culture or whatever. So I try not to talk about politics, even though I'm not happy with the current presidential situation.
Even though when you first walked in here, you were trying to sell me somebody in Marion County.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
But you're not posting it on Facebook, so you're talking to a friend.
Okay. So I will say this, my Marion County listeners, if you are registered to vote, go vote for John Dodds for House of Delegates. He is the man. He's not right. He's not left. He is in the middle. He's independent. So he's got a lot of good ideas for your county and the state of West Virginia. So that's John Dodds. You might see him rolling around in that smart car with the John Dodds logo on the side. John, I love you, man.
That's his car?
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's John Dodds. He's awesome. John, I love you, man. But yeah,
shout out to John.
So I don't get into my like political battles except for the little spits that I do. And I keep emotion off of the real, like, true emotion off of the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to like be on camera and just cry about something that happened, or I don't want to be angry. I just want everyone to have a positive experience whenever they're watching my content, or if they go to like one of my pages on Facebook. I want it to be a positive experience because everyone deserves that. I know a lot of people fight with depression, which I suffer from. I I don't like talking about it a lot. I do have it. I recognize it as an issue. But when people see me, I don't want them to know that internal struggle, even though I do have the anxiety of fears and just like people not liking my stuff or people not like wanting to support, or if they don't like dislikes, like I don't want dislikes to be like a thing on my channel. I know that there's going to be people who dislike it, or they just don't like the video, or they think I'm like stupid or whatever. I just want everyone to have a positive, good time. And whenever they say my name or like they think of me, be like, oh man, whatever he just put out, it's so cool. You got to check it out. And when those people watch it, they're just like, dang, that is cool. That guy's pretty happy doing what he's doing. And yeah, I mean, I spend hours of my life filming and editing, and for that 10, 15 minute long video, people don't see like the struggle, and then they don't see like the actual anxiety of hitting like schedule, publish or whatever. I want people to see that happy person, because I've had like almost the worst week of my life this week. And I'm still smiling. Like even like, so my car caught fire on Monday.
I've had that week before.
And yeah, so new engine had to be like built and put in, and like thousands of dollars or whatever.
Hey, that's a positive though, because my car never started again. So I junked it for $200.
Damn.
That
Feels
happened to me
bad.
last year. Yeah.
So yeah, like the day that I was having a great morning, me and Mariah, my wife, we went out to have breakfast with her sister down here at McAteers.
Great place.
Great place. And on our way back, like we were coming up the connector. For those who don't know, the connector is something in Fairmont that leads to the interstates and other streets. But we were on the interstate just before Prickett's Fort, and like as we were like, I'm gonna rewind. As we were going up the connector, we were at a stoplight, and I was like, man, this is a beautiful day. Like, it was like one of the first beautiful days of the year so far, and the wind was great, the lighting was great. I was gonna like go home and clean my car out, and ironically, like just before Prickett's Fort, it felt like a timing belt or something had snapped, and so I pulled off the side of the road and I opened up my hood, and my engine was on fire. And so while it was happening, like after we got the fire out, I was sitting in my car waiting on a tow truck, and I just kept smiling and laughing. I was like, this would happen to me. Like, I'm having the greatest day. I just had a wonderful breakfast, wonderful, wonderful day, and it just happened to me. But I kept a smile on my face the whole time, because, you know, what are you gonna do? Like, I woke up this morning, and I woke up today. Like, I'm still kicking. Like, that's the reason to be happy. Like, you get to experience today, no matter how crappy your day may be.
Nothing's over till you're underground.
Exactly.
Unless you're a coal miner, and in which case you might be able to come back.
So
No, I drove to a wedding in Charleston, and I made it all the way to Charleston before my car caught on fire. So of course there's nothing I could do. Like, towing is very expensive for a 2-hour trip. There was one time I was actually passing the connector, like passing the exit, and I had just in Fairmont gone to this person and jump started their car. They left their lights on at a gas station or something like that, so their battery died. So I went out of my way to go jump their car, and when I closed the hood on my car, the latch had broken.
Oh no.
But I didn't know that. So I'm just chilling on the interstate, and my hood just bam, right up over my windshield and shattered the thing. And of course I couldn't see anything because I had a car hood.
Horrifying.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But you're not wrong. You're like, you know, I was sitting there, I was like, I feel pretty good. I mean, it was a little bit inconvenient for me, but I went and helped a friend. And then, you know, karma might not be real, because nothing good ever happens after I do something good.
Dude, here's the crazy thing though. Like, within a 12, 13 hour time span, well, maybe a little bit longer. Like the day before, I drove down to Clarksburg to meet my buddy Zach McCormick. He's another photographer.
Shout out to Zach.
Yeah, TZM Photo. Go check him out on Facebook, Instagram, and his website. I'm just like, you can just call me Plug Boy because I'm just
Commercials.
I'm just
That's what we're gonna do. Danny Strakal,
Plug Boy.
That sounds like if that was a video, I wouldn't watch it because that sounds like a really weird porn.
Yeah.
But a podcast, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. No, I'm Plug Boy.
Yeah. There you go.
Just call me up, FaceTime me, and just hit the, have the microphone next to it and be like, hey, Danny, can you do some plugs? I'm like that stupid guy from Nickelodeon. What was his name?
Nick Elodian. I don't know.
He was a superhero, and he did all them stupid things. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
God, no, I don't.
What? No. Oh,
Keep talking. I'll Google.
okay, cool. So, so like the day before me, I drove my car down to Clarksburg to meet Zach. We were going to go check out this abandoned school down in like the Doddridge area or whatever. And we, I make it down there and I make it back, like no issues whatsoever. But yeah, the next day, thank the universe that my wife was with me because she has AAA and I got a free tow back. And so I don't know if the universe was working in its mysterious ways as it always does, but I made it back home. She was with me, so I didn't have to pay anything, and now we just have to pay the shop for parts and labor. So yeah, it could be a lot worse.
It could always be worse.
So was it like an actual show?
No. This was a guy. We're cutting back the Nickelodeon thing.
Yeah.
It was a guy who did like commercials. Like he was in like the commercials, and it was something boy.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
No. That was a movie.
I think I found him, but I've got his actual name.
Interesting.
It was Jeff Steuben.
Steuben Boy.
Sutphin. Sutphin, something like that.
Seinfeld.
Oh, I'm on airplane mode, so.
Yeah.
So, if you know the name of this Nickelodeon character, please leave it in the comments while you're leaving us a 5-star review. But no, that's good to know. Like, you kind of, without thinking about it, advertised your channel to where it's a pick boy.
Pick boy.
Yep. Yeah.
Say, yeah, plug boy.
Yeah. But you want to put out positive content. You want to make people feel good about themselves, and you want to stray away from possibly breaking into the White House or doing any other stupid things that
we're gonna get flagged for that.
The Paul brothers.
Yeah, I was
do.
like, what the hell are you talking about?
You never seen that video?
No.
It was one of the Paul brothers broke into the White House as one of his videos.
What?
Like, and
What the?
See, I don't follow that type of content creation.
it was news. They I don't remember. There's Logan, and then there's
Paul? Right.
no, they're Logan Paul, and then
The other one.
Yeah, the other one.
So look, all right. So for one, if you're listening, do not do that type of content
Yeah.
creation. Like, don't do stupid things.
that's what I meant when I said stupid stuff.
Yeah, do not do that. Like,
Because he was most famous for, like, he dressed up in a suit and went on a tour. Jake Paul. He went on a tour in the White House. He went to the bathroom and then just like hid out in a stall until 4 a.m. And then he walked all the way out and filmed himself doing it and then posted it, where he's like, look at this White House security. I just walked all the way across the lawn and over the gate and all, like, nobody stopped me or anything. And then that made national news. And then something else that made national news, his brother went to the suicide forest.
the hanging body.
Yeah.
and filmed it.
yeah.
Filmed it and then published it. And so
I remember the
if
big
you're going to
stink
do
about that.
vlogs, don't do stupid stuff.
Okay, so even from like this is my paranormal investigating side come out, because I would love to go and visit the suicide forest.
Yeah, but if you ran across somebody.
If I ran across that, first things first, I'm shutting the camera off, or I'm blacking the screen out to where it's audio only, and I'm not gonna laugh finding this, like, I understand that's some people's like initial reaction.
Yeah, like his defense mechanism.
Yeah, like
but it was poor.
Like when
it sounded poor.
When my car caught fire, I laughed.
Yeah.
Like people would be like, "Oh, you laughed? Like, why aren't you sad? That's your car. Like that's your means of transportation." But coming across like a dead body or anything like that, first things first, I'm cutting stuff, and if the audio is not usable, not because like I'm an asshole like some people, the Paul brother, whatever his name
I
is. Like,
honestly felt bad for him because he is an idiot. But in that situation, I remember like at first they like joked about it, and then they're like, "Wait, this is kind of serious." And they go back to the parking lot, and there's kids there like wanting autographs while there's a body being loaded into an ambulance behind them, and they filmed all of it and put it up.
that's so disrespectful, though. Like, even as like a paranormal investigator side, like if I was gonna go there and film for the paranormal show that we do, I would not include that. I would maybe include some text and maybe like a blurry shot background, not of the body, but of like a part of the forest. That'd be B-roll for those who have been listening since the beginning. But yeah, you don't want to do anything disrespectful. Like, that's another thing about my vlogs is like, I don't want to disrespect anyone, whether it be, race, gender, because like I said, we're living in that PC culture, so trying to keep that positive like momentum going. Yeah, I don't want to say anything that's gonna like, oh my god, I hate trigger. I hate the word trigger. But yeah, I just triggered myself with trigger. So yeah, if you are going to do content creation, no matter what it is, bring a positive influence. Don't try and step on anybody's toes. I know it's kind of hard walking in this like eggshell land that we're living in. And I just think people have been given the means of like quick opinions. It's like fast fashion in retail. Like, yeah, what's that one store? Rue 21. So Rue 21, you can go there, you can get something cheap and good, but it's only going to last like a couple of weeks. And then you go to like a higher end store, that's good quality. Be the good quality that people are going to invest in, because you don't want to end up like, I see so many people, like, I never want to make a YouTube video where I have to apologize. I never want to make an apology video. There's people out there who do stupid things, and they do cool things too. I never liked David Dobrik's vlogs. My wife watches him, and then like I started watching him, and yeah, they're okay, they're cool, but he does some like, I don't want to say like super questionable things, but they are questionable. Like, I would never do that. The other guys in the vlog squad, I like that Heath dude a lot. Do you know who I'm talking about? Heath Asor or whatever his name is.
Not familiar.
He's a very cool dude. I watch his stuff. He makes cool content. He's always positive though. I don't think he's ever really posted anything sad or detrimental. There, like I said, there's some things in David's vlogs that just kind of put me off. And I can't really say shit because David's way more famous than I'll ever be, giving out fucking Lamborghinis to all of his buddies and everything. I wish I could get to that point, but I also want to do it in a more positive and effective way to where the community feels good about what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I keep cutting you off, Daniel, but my questions are way better than yours.
Okay.
Burn, dude.
I mean, they typically are. So
I'm thinking you're a very creative person, so you have vlog, which is almost like in the reality. I'm not going to call it reality TV, but it is reality based.
Yeah.
Are you at all looking into maybe the fictional side of things? Because I'm thinking there's a vlog. I'm a pro wrestling fan, so I watched a pro wrestling vlog, and it got to the point where they're like, there's only so many times we can be in an airport and be like, okay, we're going to Chicago this week to wrestle. We're going to Los Angeles, whatever the case may be. So they started adding fictional like wrestling story angles in. And of course it was over the top and all these different things, but now their whole show's just based on the wrestling show, and they have a show on TNT now because people saw it and they bought it. So are you interested in the fictional world where you might be creating content, but something that you've written?
Oh, so like just like a regular old like film or like story or whatever. Like
you talked a lot about documentaries. You talked a lot about vlogs, and even advertising and stuff like that. But have you ever thought about, I'm going to write this story and here's a movie, or here's a fictional web series that I'm going to put out?
So as far as like web series goes, probably not. I don't see myself trying to create something like super fictional. I do have ideas for like short films that could possibly turn into feature-length films, but I'm just not at that point at the moment. And
that's fine.
And right now, like, I consider myself somewhat of a documentarian kind of like, filmmaker, because right now, like, daily vlogs is like being a doc, like, I'm literally documenting my life.
Yeah.
So I am doing like what I consider just like documentaries. They're not shot like super cinematic Please cut that. Documentary style.
That's going in there. That's going to be the cold open.
And that's another thing too. People are always asking me about like my cuts when in my videos, and I say or and or but and see, I just did it, and so I cut that stuff out because I like straight to the point stuff. If I was gonna do documentary style stuff, I'd want to have like a more professional, more like higher production value behind it, which is what we're currently working on. I'm really excited to work on this documentary because I want to have scenes in it, and they're like scenes from a past time or whatever, and so I'm gonna have to have some like actors for it, and so in that sense, it's just gonna be reenactments.
Yeah.
I can't believe I couldn't say that word. Reenactments.
Like, the Hatfields and McCoy series that just came out probably a couple years
wonderful,
ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's historical kind of fact, but fiction at the same time, where they weren't there. They don't know what was said, but
exactly. So I don't think I could do just a complete reenactment docus. I mean, because it wasn't like documentary. There wasn't like interviews or whatever. I'm not sure if I could do that. I mean, I'm sure I could if I put enough thought behind it. But for this documentary that we're working on, there's going to be a couple of like reenactment scenes, and then the rest is just going to be us going out and investigating, finding out information, and then doing an investigation and the interview style. Like, we're going to shoot the interviews after the investigation, and then everything's going to be chopped and cut into place and put into like a documentary docuseries style. So as far as like fictional writing goes, my favorite movie of all time, and I don't know why it still holds up today, maybe because it was just shot so well and done so well, the original Jaws. When I was a kid, that was a staple movie for me, and I have a shark tooth tattoo, and I could go into the whole story behind that, but there's a scene in the movie where there's a shark tooth that's dropped, and I could... If anyone is a fan of that movie, I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. But just directing and figuring out those shots, I didn't even know I was going to get to this point in my life. Like, I never knew this is what I was going to be doing. Like, a few years ago, I really, like, some paranormal stuff happened to me, like, personally in my house, and so I wanted to start documenting it. And then the WVU Co-Ed Murder, Married and Karen podcast came out, and that has, like, it was a case I was always interested in when I was a kid, and I'd always hear, like, never hitchhike ever, you'll end up like the girls or whatever. And then, you hear your different stories. But Kendall Perkinson, he killed that podcast. If you guys listen to it,
Yeah.
it's like...
It's amazing.
It's like having a documentary and only having the audio because it's done so well. The production was done so well.
Your episode on it, like whenever you guys were getting back into the car,
yeah,
like when everything started happening,
yeah,
like I was like kind of sitting on the edge of my seat, and I know you and Zach both personally. Obviously, I knew that you guys were fine, but it was just like holy shit, It was really good.
Freaky.
Yeah, I sat one day and binge watched all of your videos.
Dude, hell yeah.
It was so good.
Dude, I appreciate that. And and I hope you can tell like the production value because that year, it was 2018 when I filmed all of those episodes. And that's how long it's been for those listening and for those who check out my stuff. If you checked out my previous works, which was my own personal venture, which was the Spirit Walk Paranormal web series, you can tell from the first episode to the last episode like the significant difference within a year. And now we haven't put out a new episode. We didn't put out a new episode at all last year. Didn't go out to investigate a lot. I was doing a lot of stuff over the summer, doing like house renovations, and I just didn't have time. And then the wedding. So last year was just a cluster mess, and I'm glad we're past that point and I can focus on what's really important, which is putting out new episodes. Morgantown Paracon, which was awesome, by the way. I'd like to thank everyone who came out to that. We will have another one here in late September or early October. So paranormal teams, vendors, artists, you can contact me and we can get you on the next Paracon.
So is it just like almost like a PopCon, but like for paranormal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's paranormal convention.
Yeah.
Paracon.
Like cryptids and all sorts of different stuff.
Yeah. There's a cryptid team that came out. There was like four paranormal teams, my team included, and then we had Archive of the Afterlife, which is a haunted artifacts museum up in Moundsville. It's in the old Sanford Elementary School, and they have like 2 classrooms dedicated to like hundreds, if not thousands, of like claimed haunted artifacts. Now it's like one of the episodes that we will be putting out later this year, along with the Robinson Grand Theater, which we filmed in January of 2019. That's where I was like trying to like segue into like I just didn't have time to work on new stuff, and I wanted to make sure that whatever we did put out was somewhat high production value. And Robinson Grand Theater, Archive of the Afterlife, and now it's just like it's calmed down so much, so we just haven't put anything out. But I think Paracon is kind of getting us back in the swing of things. So hopefully we film some more places, and it gets expensive, dude. Like some of these places, Trans-Allegheny, they went way too much money for investigators to come down there. So I'd rather just do things that are cheap, or like go explore places that don't have security, I guess. Like just get in and get out kind of thing. But yeah, documentaries, paranormal investigating, I do too much. So
when do you have like a timetable for when the new episodes for, I guess, season 2 of?
Yeah, season 2. So the time frame's all messed up in my head. Robinson Grand Theater is out on our YouTube channel. That came out just before Paracon. So now we're currently working on filming and doing more episodes on top of the documentary, which is Merritt and Karen based. So on top of like having the episode that we did, I wasn't satisfied with that investigation because the gunshots that we heard in the woods, we kind of like scared us out of that. So with the documentary, fuck. Sorry guys, I can't talk today. But the doc, I'm just gonna say the doc.
The doc.
Yeah, because I'm a wanker. Like, yeah.
Define wanker.
Go talk to some British people, man.
Okay. I told you I was going to make you define a word. And I know what wanker means, but I wanted you to explain it.
Okay. I think we all know what it means.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, man. So the doc is Merritt and Karen. We're basically redoing that episode, but in like a doc style or doc series style, and
possibly with bulletproof vests on.
Yeah, maybe. I'm hoping that we don't encounter any trouble. Like we didn't encounter trouble last time. It was just like hearing gunshots around like 9:00 at night. It was just like a sign, hey, just get out of the woods. And then we just ended up having like a terrifying experience anyways, like sitting out by my car, and I just wasn't satisfied with that. So now with all the information that we have, all the documents, all the photographs, the podcast, I have some certain questions that need answered, and I'm hoping that I can get the answers to that.
Are you working with them? Well, the people who did the
podcast.
The podcast.
So Kindle has like graciously like helped us out with a lot of information as far as like certain documents, police photographs, and just like photographs of other things that were done in the police case. But the documentary is us doing research on like even more research, because I don't know where the documents for the girls are. Like if it's a cold case, you know, if it's a closed cold case, are those documents available to the public? If they are, you know, can we get access to them? And if we can, who's the suspect? Like we didn't get any suspects, and looking at serial killer timelines, like where they were at in the States, just like it. I look like a crazy person at my house, like with the big cork board and just like string around like photographs and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that. And then that's me in this like upcoming documentary that we're working on. And I don't know where we're going to publish it. I think it's just like, we're just going to do YouTube, but I think Amazon, I can put it on Amazon now.
You make money, like obviously on YouTube you can, you know, eventually, but on Amazon, do you get money for that?
Yeah. Like people can like, I think it has to do with like Prime subscriptions or like if rent to buy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I can make money off of it, but I eventually want to start either like a Patreon or I don't know what else there is. All I know is Patreon or get crowdfunding somehow to pursue this as a dream, because like right now I feel like I am currently pursuing it and I'm just not, it's not stable enough. And I would like it to be more stable to where I can just focus all of my time on creating content, whether it be like personal stuff or projects for other people or like passion projects like the doc's going to be.
All right, so before we get wrapped up, links to all your social, where people can find you. I know you're rebranding Art House Media.
Yeah.
And so like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat.
You got it.
Yeah.
Snapchat's just more like a personal thing.
No, I know.
But,
So
yeah.
all the rappers like to plug their Snapchats. Like I don't know. It's only them. They're either the only people. Like almost every rapper that I've had in here is like, hit me up on Snapchat. It's like,
dude, my Snapchat stories suck. Like
Dude,
I just like me and my friends will snap each other and be like, hey, where are you at? What are you doing? But yeah, I don't want people to follow me on Snap. I want people to follow me on Instagram. That's at Call Me Danny D, all one word. Or you can just search my name, look at the title of this episode, and you just
look in the description.
Look in the
because
descript.
All those links will be there where you can just click on it, and it'll take you right to the page.
And it will take you
What a
right there.
concept.
Yeah, as long as I don't screw it up.
Yeah. Ooh. What if you put Call Me Daddy D? You might end up on the wrong Instagram.
Yeah, dude.
Let's see if that's a thing, actually.
No.
Continue speaking.
No, okay, yeah. Please let me know
call
about that.
me Daddy.
I'm just interested now. I just want to find out.
Is it available?
Call Me Daddy D is. There's one that's called Call Me Daddy.
No.
That's an adult Instagram.
Yeah, no.
Call Me Daddy Drew.
For those who are listening and want some, family-friendly content, it's Call Me Danny D on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, currently under Art House Media WV. That is another. You can also search that in YouTube, where you can find all of these Spirit Walk Paranormal episodes. If you want to check out my personal channel, just type in my name on YouTube. I have daily vlogs coming out all the time, and I will eventually have my own website that's pretty much just going to be DannyStrakal.com. It's just going to have my services available there. Like I said, I do photography, videography, anywhere from like music videos, business advertisements, everything in between. And if you guys need help on a project, if you're looking for a camera operator or audio aficionado, give me a shout, because that would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, subscribe to the channels.
I didn't realize that I wasn't subscribed to your YouTube, because I got on there and I watched I think because I remember talking to you and you sent me the link to your YouTube whenever you started your vlog.
Oh, the new one?
And yeah, and I got on there and apparently either that or I'm signed into a different YouTube.
How many YouTubes do you have?
I have 4.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got 3. I got Wasted, my personal one, the band's.
You got
I
3
got
followers.
wasted.
Yeah.
I just love that. He's just like, I got wasted.
But yeah, I didn't realize that on whatever one I'm signed into now, it wasn't subscribed, so I just subscribed. So.
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, every subscribe counts. Like I said, if you can bear with my my antics for 8+ minutes, that would be great because that's really pushing on the old YouTubes this year is an 8-minute duration.
And if you can't stand it, just mute it and let it play in the background so he still gets that.
Yeah. Just open up another tab, put on a channel you do like, and just help me out because the playtime really helps. Like I said, guys, if you need any more information, all the links will be in the description, and you can contact me. And if you're new to photography, videography, anything like that, I'd be more than willing to help out and lend a hand, no matter what the question is. So yeah, appreciate it.
I know you mentioned you've been to Paracon. Are there any live events that you're headed to? I know you said you're going to one in past tense that will be this week, but
yeah,
anything in the future?
So as of right now, the paranormal group, nothing major as of yet. I think we might do PopCon this year, maybe. So, we just got to figure that stuff out. Also, I'm the creator of PopCon, or not PopCon. No, I'm the creator of Paracon. That's my thing. Like, I created Morgantown Paracon, and I guess I should have stated that earlier in the thing. So yeah, I'm the creator of Morgantown Paracon because I feel like we don't have enough of that in our area. Like, we'll have, big fests, I guess, or cons or whatever, like Milan Park, but this one's like a smaller convention. We might have to expand. We might have to get a different space because Morgantown Art Party, which is a nonprofit, they have their own building on 268 High Street. Jillian Kelly, she is the director of that, and she graciously has, let me use the space for, whatever I need it to, whether it's for photo shoots or whatever. But I think I might need to get a bigger space because I can only have 14 vendors with a 6 to 8 foot table. And I got so many people requesting to come to it, but we're going to have to do applications, vendor fees, and all this stuff. So as far as other cons and stuff, you might see me up there just vlogging and me visiting the space or whatever. Point Pleasant, every year I go to Mothman Festival and I try to do a vlog or take some sort of video down there. But yeah, normally you can just catch me roaming around. I don't have tables set up or anything yet, or the YouTube channel is just starting out. Spirit Walk could go do it, but it's about getting everyone on board. So Zach Richardson, I am calling you out again to be on board for this convention thing we're about to go do.
So I know we're trying to get wrapped up because
that's fine.
We're going long, but Spirit Walk, you do your I don't know what you call them, but where you have people come in and do investigations with you.
Oh,
your little
just guest investigators?
Yeah.
No, public events, our public ghost hunts.
Yeah.
So we haven't had a public ghost investigation since September or whatever last year. Mm-hmm. I'd love to do more of those. I would love to set up events and have people come and use our equipment and join in on it is really fun. It's scary. I don't want to say it is scary. I mean, it's just fun to just go out and hang out with people. Look, they get to learn about the equipment. They get to use the equipment. We don't have any of that set up right now. We have I have so much going on this month alone. I can't think too far in the future, but planning that out. Yeah, check out Spirit Walk Paranormal. I feel like we've been talking about it a lot. We have a big cartel. We have merchandise. You can get our long sleeves or tank tops. We might be sold out by now because of Paracon, but we'll always get a restock. But yeah, you can check out all those episodes on YouTube and like the Facebook page. We do have an Instagram that I don't keep up with, but you can give that a follow. And yeah, if you want to hear me rant about stuff, I normally just talk about my dogs and my cat on Twitter. It's at Call Me Danny D. You can do that too.
There you go. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming out again.
Daniel, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, dude, it's no problem.
We're going to have to do another one here in a couple months for Spirit Walk.
Yes.
Spoopy season's
and
around the
actually
corner.
get everybody on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have everybody come in and talk.
How many microphones do you guys have?
Our record,
enough?
our record is how many were here for Just Come Presents? That was probably 6 or 7 people.
Yeah, we had 6 or 7 people, but some of them had to pass around like a hand microphone because I didn't have
Gotcha.
enough. We have 5 of these.
How many inputs do you have?
20 maybe?
Like on his
I'll
body.
I'll bring my own microphone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Zach can bring his. I'm sorry for you guys listening to all this bull crap. But yeah, Daniel, thank you so much. Josiah, appreciate it, man.
I just appreciate you getting my name right this time and not calling me Jed.
No,
Sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
that's when I walked in the door.
I'm making fun of Jed, not you.
Jed,
The fact that Jed can't grow hair should have been the sign.
he is bald.
Yeah.
He's quite the bald.
Jed, you also left halfway through last time.
He did.
So yeah, maybe you'll stick around this next time, or come to the one that I'm at.
See, we had Jillian was actually supposed to be here at 2:00, but something happened where she had to cancel. And
she
Jed
had car troubles too.
did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jed and Ashley were scheduled for that one. They were going to come in and do that one, and then me and Josiah did this one. Jed's better with businesses, a lot better than I am. I'm not great with businesses.
No,
like
dude.
I'm better with like arts and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm not really great at anything.
Josiah's good with everything.
Dude,
Nope.
you're D to E.
D to E.
Down to earth, baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's another thing you can find on Urban Dictionary. It might not be down to earth on Urban Dictionary.
It might
could
not
mean
be.
Other initials.
No, that's DTF. That's what you're thinking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
I'm not allowed to say that on the airwaves.
Okay.
Down
Well,
to. I mean,
that's
you can-
perfect.
Down to fart.
And yeah,
Like
down to
this
fart.
fucking
Oh my
candle.
god. Can we use that? Can that
Yeah.
be that'd be the new DTF?
Yeah.
Down to Fortnite.
All right.
yeah.
For those listening, I'll give you one word that I was going to mention that you don't have to look up on Urban Dictionary, and that's bando.
I'm waiting.
It's an abandoned building up for exploring.
Bando.
Bando,
It's like my butt.
dude.
All right, we'll yeah, we're gonna get off here and yeah, because it's
right.
gonna get ridiculous.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right,
I really appreciate it, Daniel.
Yep, no problem. Thanks everybody for listening.